You're listening to Adeshokbe Live.
You're not only, musical, but you're also creative. So when does your mind get to rest? Talk to me about that, man. Because I know you be seeing things every time.
Wow. My mind, I would say my mind is a fortress. I've been through quite, a number of experiences to get to be able to sit down next to you, sir.
Who would you say were the musical influences for Tomi Thomas? Because you started up as a bar for bar.
So it's not about, rushing or putting out. I really want to make music and honor music. I have to honor music, because music picks a lot of us and turns us into superstars and all that.
The Afrobeats Podcast.
All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to another edition of Adeshokbe Live, the official Afrobeats podcast here at the Afro Media Studios in London. And listen, as always, thank you very much for joining me. This is where we break down the hot topics within the culture. And sometimes I have a special guest to join me in the studio where I chop it up with. As always, subscribe, share, like, comment. And this time, I've got a very, very special guest all the way from Lagos, Nigeria. I'm a big fan of this young brother. Because my first experience of this man was to see him perform on stage, and I became a convert. And really, that's probably one of that's one of the most difficult ways to win a fan who hasn't really listened to your music that much, see you on stage for the first time and be like, yo, this brother's got it. I'm talking about the one and only Tomi Thomas!
Yo, what's good?
Listen, it's to a lot of people that know Tomi Thomas, is Tomi Thomas of L.O.S, isn't it? Formerly of L.O.S.
Yes.
Because L.O.S was your introduction into the music game, especially in Nigeria, right? Talk to me about, let's go a little bit back so we can give people some perspective, a little history on my brother. L.O.S, talk to me about that.
L.O.S, Loud on Sound, the family, the foundation. A big shout out to my brothers, Briss B, Bridge, Zamir, the whole team. It's all love always. Yeah, man, we came out when we were teenagers, 16, 17, 18.
Videos. You guys looked like you still had.
And that was an experience, it really became something we were pioneers in our right point in time, and it was a beautiful experience. Played a lot of shows, a lot of sold out shows.
But what was that like? Because you came out, that was the era when Davido came, when Wizkid came, so it looked like the teenagers started to get inspired to, display their art a little bit.
Yeah.
What was that experience like for you, within your family setting, being like, yo, you're still in secondary school, and you're forming a group, you're trying to do music. What was that experience like for you?
I mean, we were fresh out of high school. We were doing the IGCSEs and, WAC and Echo, those things. And it was like, all right, what are you guys up to, But we were dedicated, we're dedicated to the grind. We were in studios every weekend, every moment we could after school. So the parents and the community saw that, this was something that we really wanted. And apart from that, we're reaping the results of all the hard work at the point in time. And I guess it was just us doing what we did every day, what we loved to do. And it just kind of reverberated out, into people around us, neighborhoods, other schools, eventually, TV, media, socials, and then, into L.O.S, Loud on Sound.
Talk to me about music in itself. Yes, it's easy to say a young teenager that feels like they want to do art or music or whatever. What was your first experience of thinking that you could be a musician or you could be within the creative industry? Talk to me about that.
I mean, my first professionally, I would say was when I started writing properly. And that's when I met, Too Slick, Ireyiwa Ines, Cake Man. I mentioned a bunch of names that you probably don't, but these are OGs back there, Tito Simos, Sauce Kid, Special Sauce. So man, back in the day, when Sauce, when it was.
Yeah.
So meeting these people really and Jones, Danny Jones as well, really gave us that push to say, all right, this is serious stuff. And it was very competitive, we all were at each other's necks to deliver the best
Writing
bars.
rhymes.
Like, it wasn't a joke. So we were very particular about, we are still very particular about the craft, about the articulation of the concepts, the dreams, the visions, and to be able to put it down and deliver it, with the right cadence, the right technique, the right breath control. These things were part of the art.
Hence why seeing you perform for the first time, it looked like you were what I call overcooked. You were more than, like, the stage presence was incredible, performing records that I wasn't even familiar with, but that drew me in. So you perfected your art early on through, this type of competition and stuff like that.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, at the end of the day, we've been doing this more than a decade,
Decade in.
And I just turned 29 at the end of the day, and I feel like, I'm just warming
You look
up.
like you're 21, bro.
I feel like I'm just warming up, and that for me is like, there's so much, and then to also be there at that point in time, and then to be here at this point in time, it's just like, it's like how many people in life actually get that opportunity to do what they're doing for more than a decade and still be in it and still be, you could literally put me on here and I'll be new. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So that for me is also a beautiful experience.
Wow.
I get to reintroduce myself with the experience and the knowledge I've accumulated over time.
Absolutely.
And still be able to have fun, come up here and meet legendary people like yourself and talk about what we've been able to do and accomplish over the last decade now.
Who would you say were the musical influences for Tomi Thomas? Because you started up as a bar for bar rap kind of dude. And then I'm hearing vocal chords go left, right, and center, in the last couple of years. So what were your musical influences, or who were your musical influences?
Damn, musical influences, Mariah Carey.
Damn, that's left field.
Trust me. I was running the Emancipation of Mimi track to track 1 to, I think it's 16, 15, every morning. That was actually when I was in, where is that? I think that's out in Putney. It's like 2000 and what? 7, 6?
Yeah.
I was out in Putney with my sisters and my aunt, and literally that was like warm-up rehearsals in the morning. Run that whole album every morning. Sade, of course. We got Bob Marley, we have Fela, of course.
Your credibility is going through the roof right now.
Eminem, of course, Hove, Legend, Jay-Z, Busta Rhymes, One Day Cole.
Wow. So it's a wide mixture of influences. You've talked about pop, you've talked hip-hop, R&B, you've talked dancehall, reggae, you've talked on Afro-Beat.
Yeah.
How have you now been able to create your own sound and style from all of these influences?
Beautiful question. For me now, it's like over the last 10 years, I put out a bunch of projects.
Projects, yeah.
My first project, Patience EP, was a 15-track EP. And I put that out when, that was like in 2014. Like, no one was putting out EPs when I put out my EP. I was literally one of the first people.
2018 or 2016.
2016 to 15. So, like, for me, it's about, like, there's music, There's music that is deeper than the music in which we know. There's something called the music of the spheres. Do you know what that is?
Please talk. Where's school? Teach me.
The music of the spheres is the music of the universe. It's music like planets make certain tones, stars make certain tones, and it all comes together to form this harmonious, sacred geometry of music. And then it breaks down into chords, into modulations, into tonations, and all these things. Anyway, then we all create these different types of music: Eastern music, Western music, African music, Brazilian, whatever rhythms. But at the end of the day, there's a depth to music that can be attained. So for me, it's like, okay, I can do a bunch of genres that I've played around with: reggae, R&B, hip-hop, soul, dancehall, Afrobeats. I can do those things, but then it's like you said, how do I find my sound?
Yep.
So it's like I had to go practice these things to really at least have an understanding of music, to be able to then say, okay, this is what I like, this is what I don't like, but I understand. You have to accept the darkness and the light to truly understand the full picture of things.
Talk that talk, brother.
It's just I just took my time to learn. I'm still learning until I can then say, all right, this is what I've created from learning these things. So I mean, I put out an Afro house tape. I put out a hip hop R&B tape. I put out a reggae tape. Put out a dancehall project. I put out a project with a mix of that, and I have like a couple hundreds, thousand songs still chilling. So it's not about rushing or putting out. I really want to make music and honor music. I have to honor music, because music picks a lot of us and turns us into superstars and all that. But then the true people that honor music, like David in the Bible, people like, they're masters of this thing we call music, and they have the ability to do things with the music.
I was speaking to someone 2 days ago, and I said, probably about 24 hours ago, actually, and I said that music was spiritual.
Oh, it is 100%.
As a musician, talk to me about your, how it makes you feel, creating, performing, inspiration, for instance. For me, I think is one of the most genius things for somebody to be like, you get a hurricane again, say oh, and I hear that and I'm going crazy. Like, where did that come from? Where did Hopeless Romantic?
Wow.
Talk to me about that experience. I want to know.
I mean, like, those songs, when I'm like making this project I just put out is literally songs that I made.
Hopeless Romantic.
Yeah, Hopeless Romantic. That particular record I made in 2020. But the rest of those records, I made them like 2018, 2017. They're about. And I
Go Dancer?
Yeah.
No
Dancer,
way.
Go Dancer. Those are old songs. That's what I mean. Like, to me, those are like, that's past Tomi. It's past Tomi. But then it's like, I know that those are awesome songs. Like, it has nothing to even do with
time,
anything or anyone. It's like, those songs, Be My Chance, tell you, those songs are awesome songs. And it's like, as you said, it's about the music. So, like, when I play those songs, the whole thing about goosebumps is, I mean, a lot of people get goosebumps from different things. But I find that there's certain songs that deliver that sensation no matter what, no matter where, no matter who.
Facts.
There's certain records that do that. And, like, to access that place is where I want to be. Like, that's what it's about for me. And, whenever I make my records, I take my time to make them. I can make records really quickly. At the same time, I like to make sure it's right to my knowledge or understanding.
You strike me as someone that would be very particular about their collaborators.
Oh, I am. I am.
What do you look for in a collaborator?
I look for someone that honors the music. It's not even like, do you honor, if you hear these things, and that's why, like, I love working with amazing, like, guys, amazing guys. Anyway, it's like, you have to be able to understand, like, okay, it feels right. It's not even about what you're hearing. Like, sometimes what you're hearing might be cool, but then it's just the place just goes, And not everybody's listening for these things. At the end of the day, some people are just jamming.
A little bit closer,
some people are just jamming.
Yeah, people just, they lamba. Like, you know this. Yeah, you know the vibe. Yeah, and they just want to turn up.
That's cool. That's amazing, too. And that has been done, too. But, like, I can't do that forever. You know what I mean? So it's now about, like, when I play songs like Go-Go Dancer, you can play that song so many times, and then it'll hit you at a point in time. You just feel it.
It just becomes different.
Yeah, and then for me, it's like how I measure it is the goosebumps and the tears. So the tears, it's not tears of sadness. It's just like I felt something. I felt something in there. Is it a dance song? Okay, like this jam. What's that jam? This jam?
Which one?
Selena Gomez.
Yeah.
You know how you feel that there's a feeling in that song, no matter what. I think that's one of the reasons why that record is so big, because you feel that air of that emotion, So to be able to create a record that strikes that, for me, is what it is. And once I get that, and I can stop a song, I can leave it for a month, I can play it again, I still tap into that again, then I know, that's there.
When you delivered the project,
your
CP, I know the Hopeless Romantic has a remix that's out now featuring Wale. I like what he did on that record, definitely. But when you delivered this project, personally, what were your own expectations? What did you want this to do?
This project for me was just it was like beginning again. You know, it was not even, it was about just laying down, here's my offering. That's how I see, you know. In the music world, it had been like 2-3 years since I actually put out a body of work of mine. I'd collaborated, palm wine on different things, a lot of collaborations, but like my own work is very sacred to me. So when I put it out, just like, okay, this is foundation for where I'm at, what I know, what I've been through this form of sound, which was like dancehall, Afrobeat fusion kind of music, reggaeton a bit. And it's like, all right, that's that. You know, that's what I've worked on a little bit. It's cool, great features, legendary feature, Buju Banton.
Listen, stop playing.
Great music.
Hurricane features the iconic when I saw that record, I lost. I hadn't heard it, but I knew I was gonna be in love. Because that's a combination of musicians that you know are not gonna come here to play.
Yeah.
That's an iconic feature, and that was a smashing record, man.
Blessings, sir.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I mean. For me, when it happened, my team called me and they were like, Buju loves the song and he wants to do the song and he wants to talk to you. I was like, okay. Then he called me. We're on a 4-way, and he just said to me he wanted to talk to me, that he doesn't collaborate with people he hasn't connected with. Like,
wow.
He's not just going to jump on his song because he has a song. He has to connect with the person and at least talk. So we spoke for like 12 minutes. Yeah, we spoke about the song, we spoke about life, we spoke about Nigeria, we spoke about Jamaica. Then he spoke about the song again. He was like, he really likes the record, that's dope. He said it's dope, deep writing. You know, and hearing someone like that tell you that your writing is deep, you know.
I'd probably just hang up the phone at that point. I'm made.
Yeah, you know, so it's moments like that pay off more than anything for me. It's like, all the work I've been putting in to make sure, because that's, at the end of the day, it's like, what do you specialize in? You know, and I took my time to make sure I can compose music that when you listen to it, if you listen, you get what is being said, or it at least gives you the euphoria to figure out what was said. And that gives you an experience. It's like reading a book.
Yeah.
You know, that whole thing, magic.
Takes you through.
Yeah. So I want to be able to just take people through things, through my life experience, and for it to be able to hit home, to make an emotionally relevant impact. And to be able to just hold that sensation in place, you know, you can tell your kids, if you're feeling this way, you can go and play this record of Tomi Thomas.
And it'll turn you up.
And you would get a thing about life. You know?
What about now with what Afrobeats is doing and African popular culture? You have successes like your Davidos, people that you've collaborated with in the past.
Yeah.
You understand? These are young legends now. Wizkid, you know, doing crazy stuff at the O2.
Insane.
What does that say to you? You know, now, like you said, reintroducing yourself in the musical space.
Bro, it's so beautiful because it's like, these are my brothers. You know, these are
Facts.
They're doing it at the best level so far.
Highest.
You know, let's not even say that they're doing it they're doing it at the best level.
The highest level.
It's current day.
This is crazy.
And what they're doing is unheard of, literally. So it's like, my brothers, incredible, amazing work, respect, champions, legends, you know, and it's like, thank you for, you know, opening up these avenues and, you know, just kicking down those doors, because we know at the end of the day it's family. We were all at the O2 together.
Facts. Everybody was finding out.
I was there as a fan. I was in the stands.
Finding out.
I didn't even go back. I was in the stands.
I went to see Burner when he
fan.
got off the stage, and I almost shed a tear.
Bro.
Bro, man.
Nothing more. There's nothing more to do.
Like, yesterday when I got home this morning, my son was like, you know, that I was watching Wizkid, but he was saying a lot of bad words. So my son is a massive fan of Wizkid as a baby. So when he found out that it was going to be on YouTube, this kid was not gonna go. So you're seeing these kids now see their superstars live. So it's an incredible time for people within this space that are making not only Afropop music, Afrobeats, whatever it is that you're creating from back home and sharing with the rest of the world. This is the time and space. You're also a visual artist. You're not only musical, but you're also creative. When does your mind get to rest? Talk to me about that, man. Because I know you be seeing things every time.
Wow. The mind. My mind. I would say my mind is a fortress. I've been through quite, a number of experiences to get to be able to sit down next to you, sir.
Facts, my brother, I can imagine.
And it's like nothing can sway my mind. Yeah, and it's just like it's solid, and the only way to just do that is to continue, attaining a higher consciousness. Attaining a higher consciousness is me saying it very vaguely, but it's just like doing the right things at the right time to prepare your mind to continue the discipline needed to keep
be able to carry on doing this thing.
And once you can lock in that
discipline,
that routine, as well as just the ability to, what is my screensaver? My screensaver says, sometimes you just need to let go of the uncertainty, because the uncertainty is all there is, and get more into the feeling of what you want, rather than thinking about how you're going to get it. And if you can, as well, this is what also Jesus says, if you can envelope yourself in the feeling of what you want before having it, this is the faith. That whatever happens there will manifest in the now, because you've held that emotion in the now. So once you can hold it in the now, if you can practice holding what you want long enough, put your mind in the now,
that's
eventually it'll come into your...
I've been thinking about that Bentley. I drove past the Rolls Royce shop a couple weeks ago. I said, I'm coming, baby. I'm coming.
You know what's funny? Yeah. I mean, there was a point in time in my life, I changed my name to Platinum God. That was a very exciting period of my life. I was telling Amika about, I lived in Dubai. I went to uni in Dubai, so I lived there for about 5 years or so. And there was just this period that we were just manifesting very quickly. Everything that we ever wanted, we're just manifesting, I can't say some names, some certain things I can't say. But then there was just like 3 months, yeah. I can't swear.
It's fine.
I shit you not, man. Manifested like, oh my goodness.
The best life ever.
The best life ever. The Bentleys, the Mazis. We had it all for like a good 2 years. From manifesting. And then it's like you lose the discipline. Once you lose that discipline of the money, anything can happen. But yeah, it's beautiful to know that it can be done.
Excuse me. You spoke about anything can happen. Something just happened recently where you had a quick whistle-stop tour with our brother
Stoneboy
from Ghana, Black Stars in the building, Birmingham, Manchester.
Yeah.
First time performing in the UK?
Yeah.
What was that like?
Man, it was a quick thing. I was actually at home in Nigeria. My manager, Anthony, called me up, spoke to my international manager, David, and was like, yo, Ghana with Stoneboy. Stoneboy's family, of course.
Yeah.
Big up, one God. And we have a record together, working on some stuff for his album as well. And he was like, yeah, he's going on tour. I was like, oh, I'm going to come. He's like, oh, you're going to come? I'm like, yeah. It's like, all right. Literally. And then, 2 weeks later, I got my documents sorted and got touchdown. Stoneboy, what's up? I'm in London. I pull up to
Let's go.
Let's go. The bus, the tour bus is ready. Go on the tour bus. And we went down to Manchester. Boom. Night. We did it. It was a madness. Got on the tour bus. Went down to Birmingham. It was snowing. It was so cold. And boom. We did it again. Shut down. Sold out. And going to Ghana on 21st, he has to pull up. He's
got a show. So
got a show.
pull up there.
I'm going to Ghana.
London, being in the UK is always a great experience. Musician, you're having a great time. You've touched down some amazing cities. obviously seen a lot of beautiful women. Your music can be emotional. Yeah. What's the response from the ladies? What has that been like, brother?
Man, I mean,
dreadlocked up. This is the winning look. I ain't gonna lie. This is what they tell me.
Wow.
I'm way past that.
With the dress, yeah.
I'm way past that, but they telling me the dreadlock look is a key.
Man, for me, dude, I was in a relationship for a long time. The point in my life, I was in a relationship for like 7 years.
Damn.
So it's like, I love my women. Women love my music, love me. But it's like it's all fam. And music-wise, a couple songs in my catalog, yeah. Have you ever heard Sleeping Over?
No.
Have you heard of that? You should go listen. You should go listen to that too. It's called Sleeping Over. It's one of
deep.
It's a real record. Record. I know like 3 kids that came from.
Oh.
Yeah, and literal.
I can imagine
3 kids that like the parents told me this is because of you. And I'm like, oh my God. Okay, you know what I mean? Like someone will come up to me and tell me that kind of thing.
A lot of times, when you make that type of music, people gonna tell you. People gonna tell you. Listen, it's been especially internationally, a successful reintroduction into the music world.
Oh yeah.
I think the partnerships that you have now, the relationships, the management, I think is well set up for a huge takeoff.
Oh, yes,
the talent for me is undeniable. The music quality is impeccable. Everybody should go check Tomi Thomas out. But finally, we're going into 2022.
Oh, yeah.
There must be a project around the corner. Because you're a guy that's sitting on...
No, yeah. We got a project coming. Maybe even more than one project next year. Let's see how it goes. But of course, there's music and there's a lot of music coming in 2022. That's for sure.
Listen, my brother, I asked you to come here with a guitar, so I know we're gonna hook that up and set up. And the little thing that made me a fan, I believe, is gonna make a lot of people a huge fan. So, ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for my incredible guest, Tomi Thomas.
Blessings.
My brother, listen.
Right.